Thanks, Andy. So we look forward to the beginning of the afternoon proceedings. The 4 men's and women's semi-finals are complete. And this is the final of the para class 2 to 5, the wheelchair or sitting classes. And that's Megan Shackleton serving. So Paralympic medalist. Megan just turned 25 years old. Jack, 28 years old, very experienced. Doesn't really get beaten in this competition, although he was beaten yesterday by Chris Ryan. And he had to come through. He did come through on countback by the smallest of margins in the group countback. You see here that the player's incredibly well trained and mobile. So I'm joined again by Gavin Evans, Performance Development Director for Table Tennis England. And Gavin, great to see table tennis being played in all its forms and people loving playing and competing at all levels of the sport.
It is, yeah, absolutely. These guys are based full-time in the ISS in Sheffield in their Paralympic programme. The able body programme's just moved into Sheffield next door, so yeah, we get to see these guys a lot, and great to see the skill they bring to the table.
Yeah. So more of Table Tennis England's performance programme moving across to Sheffield, and that will be right in the same building with these players that are already there. So Megan beat Tom Hepburn yesterday, and also Simon Heaps. Thought it was a great win for Megan, beating Simon. Well, she beat Hepburn 5, 6, and 7, and she beat Simon Heaps 3-1, 12-10 in the fourth. A great win. So there you see Jack deliberately playing the ball high. So a lob is a more favoured shot in this form of the sport. And a lob with backspin can be devastating if they can hit it just over the net. You might see Jack doing that a few times. So in general, more backspin is played. Digging the ball. Megan frustrated just to overhit that one. And that's a brilliant shot. Against the backspin, turned it into a topspin, played it wide of Jack's backhand there. Jack left-handed, Megan right-handed. So Jack beaten for the first time at these championships, I think ever, yesterday. Chris Ryan, that made it through. And yesterday, Jack and Megan played together in the doubles of the Class 2 to 5 showcase event, and they were beaten by Chris Ryan and Romain Simon. So a big shout out for Chris Ryan. Some people may know him from many, many years ago from golf, and then wheelchair rugby in more recent years, and now swapped to table tennis. He's absolutely loving his work towards the top and challenging the stars like Jack. So that's great that there's so much competition at this level. Just such a competent forehand drive from Megan.
Yeah, she's got really good technique on that forehand topspin, making it very difficult for Jack.
So best of 5 this one. The men's and women's singles are best of 7. All of the doubles are best of 5, and this is best of 5.
Yeah, and in wheelchair table tennis, the serve has to come off the end of the table on the second bounce, so it can't bounce twice on the table, and then they can play the point freely.
Yeah. So slightly different rule on the serve. Can't serve incredibly short. For obvious reasons, wouldn't be too fair. But in a rally, they will do, and they'll be pretty brutal about it.
They will.
There we go from Jack. Just trying to go high and with backspin, so out of Megan's reach. But that didn't work. Megan's back at 6-8. getting the chair position just the way she wants it. And look at the angle she got on that one. Hours and hours of practice to take the long ball and to put it so wide over there. Brilliant shot. Congratulate yourself. So Jack being challenged again. It's great that so many players now can challenge at this level. Jack, you know, super medalist, isn't he?
He is
all over the world. And I think both of these players this afternoon are being picked up, taken to the airport, off to Poland, and they're looking for qualifications for the Paralympics in Paris.
Yeah, it's right in the qualification season. They'll be looking to get their name place in Paris in the summer.
You see there, Jack's using the reverse side spin on the backhand. So he's kind of hooking the ball and taking the ball away from Megan's forehand. Great shot. But yeah, playing all around the world, and they're all very, very focused on this event, and then immediately afterwards they're focused on the qualifying for the Paralympic Games in Paris, France, later in the summer. See Megan just looking for, she has a reaction at the end of the point, but then relaxation, focus, ready for the next point. Great determination. Jack doing enough there to take the first game, 11 points to 8. Pretty close. So second game, it's going to be Jack serving to begin with this time.
Second game, Hunter-Spivey to serve.
So Jack's a Liverpool man and professional comedian when he's not playing table tennis.
Love one.
He is.
He's
He's a
funny
very
lad.
funny lad, yeah. I've seen some of his stuff he does, and he's incredibly funny.
Some of it can be repeated as well.
Yeah.
Much of it, in fact. He's great spirit, tongue in cheek, and he not only knows his way around the table tennis court, but knows his way around the comedy circuit as well.
Two.
Apology there from Jack. Another look at what happened. I think it just came off his hand a little bit. So in table tennis, it's legal to strike the ball anywhere from the bat down to the wrist. That's the racket is defined as the bat or the hand.
And they recently changed the rules where you can hit it multiple times in one motion. They used to have it if the ball was to double bounce on your bat and still went on the table, it'd be a foul play.
Yeah.
But now, as long as it's one motion, it can hit the bat 2 or 3 times. If it goes on,
it goes on.
It goes on, and it's a legal shot. And incredibly difficult to deal with.
Best shot of the match from Megan there. Backhand loop across court. Incredibly wide. Watch the angle here. Look at that. How's Jack blows his cheeks out in admiration. I don't know how she hit it that hard and still managed to get the width on it. Brilliant. Side spin from Megan. Goes for it again and gets it. Well, she's doing what you suggested there, Gavin. Keeping with the aggression. Really going within a centimetre or two of the white lines. Really great stuff. From Todmorden near, well, West Yorkshire. Originally, but they do most of their training around Sheffield. And it's optional at this level whether they want to have, because in the previous game, Sam and Paul, able-bodied, they were having ball boys at the back sometimes. And in the Paris, they can choose. That's going on. Megan forced to take it early. Yeah, and typically Jack would choose not to have ball boys, ball girls in the court. Personal preference. Later on, we'll have another Paris match. That'll be the classes 6 to 10. That's the standing classes. There'll be a new winner this year. Alex Facey won it last year. And although he was playing brilliantly this year, including in the men's singles, not just the Paras, beat Louis Price. but he had to pull out through injury. So we'll see a new champion this year.
5-all.
So that will be Aaron McKibben in the final against Ross Wilson. Again, both multi-medalists all over the world. That'll be around about 3:30, 4 o'clock, I expect. Megan having a good think.
6-5. Six-all.
So Jack serving, 6-all, all to play for. That was a great get from Jack. And the ball, big vertical component in the ball, and he still managed to get his bat at the right height for it there. But Megan dealt with it well. Big fist pump at the end. So how long has Sheffield been kind of in the planning, Gavin, for the Table Tennis England team to also move there alongside the Paras?
Well, we've always said in our strategy that we're looking for a home table tennis where we have our elite training centre, and that's been going on for about 18 months. We had 7 or 8 different sites we were looking at. We had many meetings, and it was just before Christmas time that we decided that EISS in Sheffield, supported by UK Sport, will be our place for the elite training centre, which is super exciting. It's a place where many Olympic medals have been won, and to be in that space with Olympians, it helps that culture and everything we're trying to do to win our first historic Olympic medal.
That's great to have everyone together.
We move in next week, so
oh, it's really
in fact
happening
it's
that quickly.
tomorrow. We have our first training camp.
8-9.
So you can see here Jack just pulls the ball up with a bit of top spin, takes the ball off the end of the table. Smart serve. 8-9. Can Jack get back into it? Will Megan even the match at 1 game all? That's off the end, so that counts for Megan. Even though Megan hit it, it was beyond the edge of the table, so it's recognised that Jack's already hit the ball off, and Megan takes the point.
Both Megan and Jack have really good hand feeling. What we mean by that is having good touch on the ball, not having a heavy hand, having a light touch, and being able to impart lots of different spins.
Yeah, for example, on that serve.
Yeah. And particularly in the wheelchair game, they use a lot of side spin, I notice.
Yeah.
Trying to trick the opponent into playing a weak shot to then capitalise.
Game point to Megan. Fast serve. Heavy backspin. Jack picked it up brilliantly and takes it, gets back to 10-all. Megan did great there, but Jack even better. Big yo from Jack. 10-all, second game. Be great if they could both qualify for the
11.
Paralympics.
Yeah.
And we've got a great history of medals, haven't we, at the Paralympic Games in table tennis. So Megan beat Simon Heaps on the way here. I remember playing Simon Heaps when he was very young. And he got to about 60 years of age and now a double amputee. But I think table tennis has been fantastic for him, and he's been fantastic for table tennis, and now he's travelling around the world at age 68.
Fantastic.
Just wonderful. These players, of course, much younger, have the advantage of youth. And there's the high ball again. Oh,
12-10. Game to Hunter-Spivey.
that counts for Jack. It went so high, it bounced on the net and just over. That's so unlucky for Megan. Okay, so 2 games to love. Jack Hunter-Spivey leads
Third game, Shackleton to serve.
after creeping his way into the final after Chris Ryan played brilliantly against him. Jack was actually 2 games to love up and Chris won the next 3. But great to have Chris around. 32 now, I think he is. Great to have him around the team because he's so experienced, because he's a wheelchair rugby star as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting that some athletes can change sports and have a second career with a new sport, and Chris is certainly loving the table tennis. Oh, I can't believe that. Gavin, did he have to change his grip there to get the shot in? It seems like he had to extend his lever there. Great shot.
Very quick forearm to get that ball to dip up and over the net there. And wide.
Fast serve down the middle. Lucky one off the top of the net for Jack.
The net is his best friend at the moment.
Yes. Megan will be cursing under her breath probably. Regroup, reset, mentally and physically. Got your plan and away. Backhand, backspin. Jack goes for the big smash off the end of the table. Megan doing enough to keep it tight. Wow. Excellent from Megan, even better from Jack. Great hits. And Gavin, just thinking back to this morning, what did you think of the match with Jasmine against Emily? Jasmine coming through into the final.
Yeah, it was a great match, wasn't it? 4-3 to Jasmine. Coming back from 3-2 down, and she played really well. Emily's a very experienced table tennis player. Jasmine a little bit younger, but she plays that really quick style, and she forced Emily back from the table and got the victory. And really good. I don't know, it could be her first women's final, is it? Yeah. Tremendous. She'll play Tintin in a couple of hours' time.
That's right. That's right. In fact, she'll play before that because she's in the women's doubles, of course. Yeah.
Of course she will, yeah.
So she'll play against Emily again. Yeah, so that all bodes well. And then Tiana Yu doing beautifully. Didn't beat Tintin, so she goes out and Tintin plays Jasmine in the final. But looking good for the future.
Yeah. A nice, exciting group of girls, ladies, to keep going and seeing how good they can get, you know. Tintin, much more experienced than the rest. She's had a lot of time on the world tour. She's played in Commonwealth Games. She's played in Olympic Games in Tokyo. But certainly for Tiana and Jasmine and Emily, you know, let's watch this space.
Yeah.
4-5.
Backhand serve from Megan. The chop lob again from Jack. He makes it. Yeah, good shot, Jack. So you see there, we call it the chop lob. Ball bounces on the table and comes back towards Jack. In fact, had a side spin as well on that one. He hit the umpire. Oh, that's the best return I've seen. Great return of serve. Early, backhand low, terrific.
5-7.
Yeah. Jack saying good. Playing it wide of Megan's forehand, really, really wide. So the power player's so clever with the angles. I mean, you know, everybody learns from the power players, don't they, when they see what they're able to do and what they have to do to manipulate the ball around the court.
5-8.
Yeah, Jack's been steady in this match. I think Megan's played well, just at times maybe not had the consistency that Jack's had, but certainly a great, bright future for Megan. That's a
9-5.
fantastic shot by Jack.
Yeah, maybe a slightly higher serve, a bit loose, but hey, maybe just a great shot from Jack. Forehand serve again, left-hander. 2 points from winning this one. And that's a heavy
10-5.
topspin. Megan blocked it very well, but point to Jack anyway. There, off the top of the net, just off. So Megan a bit frustrated. 2 games down, 10-5 down. Match point to Jack in the
10-5.
final of this para class 2 to 5. At the Mark Bates Limited English National Championships 2024. Megan settling in. Won't give Jack the ball until she's ready. Quite right. Big topspin serve. And then topspin
11-5.
follow-up. Well done, Jack.
Match to Hunter-Spivey.
11-5 in the third.
Spivey wins by 3-0.
Great game. Thanks to umpires Tom Purcell and Vladimir Shadrinov.
Congratulations. You've been pretty dominant in this event, but little upset yesterday, so and different opponent in the final today. This has got to be good news for the strength of the wheelchair game in this country, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think para table tennis, not just in this country but in the world, is growing at an incredible rate. For me personally, to play different players in front of crowds like this and different people, it's a credit to how the sport's progressing. It's a credit to the way we're funded by UK Sport and lots of funding and the work that British para table tennis have done to get a real strong squad and community around para table tennis now.
Yeah, and a lot of the squad are focusing on, and not just the wheelchair, the standing players focusing on qualification for Paris. So tell us how that's going for you, where you go next.
Yeah, it's going well. I'm going to Poland tomorrow morning to play in the last tournament of the qualification period. If I do okay, then I've got a good chance of getting selected. Yeah, so we'll just wait and see. But feeling good, feeling strong, and yeah, well prepped off the back of this now.
And the dream to repeat the medal performance from Tokyo, I assume.
Oh, absolutely. Winning a medal for your country at a Paralympic Games is the absolute pinnacle of what we do. And if I could do that again, it would be a great honour and a dream come true.
Well, congratulations on your victory today. Our champion is Jack Hunter-Spivey.